Hello students, good evening everybody. In this class, I am going to take a concept video of integration, indefinite integration. So before starting the chapter integration, let us know about the term antiderivative or primitive or antiderivative. Actually, integration is inverse process of differentiation, that means derivatives, or inverse procedure of derivative. So that is why we call it as antiderivative. Integration is nothing but antiderivative. So what is primitive or antiderivative? A function, definition I am saying, a function capital F of x is said to be primitive or antiderivative on closed interval a comma b, closed interval a comma b, closed interval a comma b of function f of x. Okay, function f of x if f dash x equal to f of x for all x belongs to closed interval a comma b. That is the definition of primitive or antiderivative. If f dash x equal to f of x, then this capital F of x is called primitive or antiderivative of small f of x. Okay, that means, what does it mean? For example, so what I am saying here, f dash x equal to f of x, right? This can be written as d by dx of f of x equal to small f of x. Okay, so if I shift this d by dx this side, this becomes integral f of x dx, that equal to f of x plus c. That means integral f of x dx equal to capital F of x plus c. Why should we write this c? What is that c? Why should we write this c and what is this c? Right? So let me explain one example. What is the derivative of x square? What is the derivative of x square plus 1? What is the derivative of x square plus 2? Like that. Everywhere we have 2x, right? Everywhere we have 2x. Suppose if this d by dx comes this side, then we can write integral 2x dx is equal to, we will get x square plus 0 is there. For example, you can take 0 here. So 0, 1, 2, 3 are d by dx of x square minus 200. That is also 2x. So if there is a constant term, that will not be affected. So that is why in general I am taking one constant. This c can be either 0 or 1 or 2, 3 or minus 200, anything, isn't it? So this c is called constant of integration. So after completing the integration, compulsory we have to keep this constant of integration. Okay, this f of x is called integrand. Okay, what is x? Variable of integration. That c is called constant of integration. So capital F of x is said to be primitive or antiderivative on closed interval a comma b of function f of x if f dash x equal to f of x for all x belongs to closed interval a comma b. Okay, so that means here I told you derivative of f of x. For example, d by dx of x equal to how much? 1. So in the place of this I will write c. Derivative of x is 1. So if I bring this side, integral 1 dx equal to x plus c. Integral 1 dx equal to x plus c. So derivative of x is 1, integration of 1 is x. So purely if you know the derivatives formulas, you can get easily integration formulas also, because integration is the inverse procedure of derivative. Okay. Clear? So this is the definition of primitive or antiderivative. So we are going to see some integration standard formulas now. Hope it is clear, right? So why it is kept c, where a constant of integration, it will not be affected if you take the derivatives. Okay. So d by dx of derivative of constant actually 0, then integration of 0 dx will be c, constant. So d by dx of x, what is the derivative of x? 1. So we can write integral. So this I am writing in the place of x, I am writing x plus c. Derivative of x plus c means 1 plus constant derivative 0. So there will be no problem. So 1 dx equal to x plus c. Okay. So similarly, d by dx of log x plus c equal to 1 by x. So integral 1 by x dx equal to log mod x plus c, because logarithms are defined only for positive real numbers. So we will take log mod x plus c. So similarly, d by dx of e power x plus c equal to e power x only. When d by dx comes this side, so we will have integral e power x dx equal to e power x plus c. Okay. So d by dx of log x, that is over, right? A power x plus c equal to a power x log a. But when it comes to integration, a power x dx means we can write a power x by log a plus c, right? A power x log a power x by log a. Right? Next, d by dx of x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c equal to x to the power n. So integral x power n dx will be x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, where n is not equal to minus 1. Okay, so by using this formula we can get many problems. Fundamental formula is this: integral x power n dx means we can write x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Similarly, d by dx of sin x means sin x plus c. Sin x derivative is cos x. So integral cos x dx will be sin x plus c. That c is called constant of integration. So d by dx of, this is the concept video 1. Okay? So d by dx of cos x plus c. Cos x differentiation is minus sin x. So integral sin x dx, derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Sin x integration is minus cos x plus c. Similarly, d by dx of tan x. Tan x derivative secant square x. Integral secant square x dx means we get tan x plus c. Similarly, d by dx of cot x plus c will be, cot x differentiation is minus cosec square x. Integral cosec square x dx equal to minus cot x plus c. That is the formula. Next, secant x also we can write. D by dx of secant x plus c equal to secant x into tan x. Secant x derivative is secant x tan x. So integral secant x tan x means wherever we get dx, secant x plus c. Similarly, d by dx of cosec x plus c equal to minus cosecant x into cot x. So integral cosecant x into cot x dx equal to minus cosecant x plus c. That is the basic formula for integration. So exercise 8.1 can be fully solved by using these concepts, right? One more concept we have. Hope it is clear. Derivatives, if you remember, it is easy to understand the concept of integration, because integration is the inverse procedure of differentiation. So derivatives, if you have idea, it is very easy to understand the integration concept. Okay. Now you see here, now let me solve some fundamental problems. First one, integral 1 plus x whole cube. First problem, integral 1 plus x whole cube upon root x dx. Okay, how do we solve this? Integral 1 plus x whole cube, 1 plus x whole cube, that can be in the form of a plus b whole cube. You know the formula of a plus b whole cube. What is the formula for a plus b whole cube? A cube plus b cube plus 3ab of a plus b. We can write, so a cube plus b cube plus 3ab of a plus b upon root x means I can write x power 1 by 2 dx. Can I write like that? Okay. Now integral 1 plus x cube plus 3x plus 3x square upon x to the power 1 by 2 dx. Okay, so I am taking now, I am splitting the integration 1 by x to the power 1 by 2 plus x to the power, this we can write 3 minus 1 by 2 plus this can be x power 1 minus 1 by 2. This I will write x to the power minus 1 by 2. This we can write 3 times x to the power 2 minus 1 by 2 dx. Can I write like that? A to the power m by a to the power n. That means a to the power m minus n. So integral, this you keep as it is dx plus integral 6 minus 1 5 by 2 dx plus 3 times integral x to the power 1 by 2 dx plus 3 times integral x power 4 minus 1 3 by 2 dx. Now it looks like integral x power n dx, right? Formula x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. If you use this formula for this, we will get x to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus x to the power 5 by 2 plus 1 by 5 by 2 plus 1 plus 3 times x to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 3 times x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So if you simplify this x to the power, this is 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 will be 1 by 2 though. So if you bring it in the numerator, you will get this 2x power 1 by 2. This will be 5 plus 2, 7 by 2. That means 2 by 7 x to the power 5 plus 2, 7 by 2 plus 3 times 1 plus 1 by 2, 3 by 2. So this will be 2 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2 plus 3 times 3 plus 2, 5 by 2. 5 by 2 means you will get 2 by 5 x to the power 5 by 2 plus c. So here 3 gets cancelled. This I can write root x plus 2 by 7 x to the power 7 by 2, 2x power 3 by 2, 3 2s are 6 by 5 x power 5 by 2 plus c. So therefore answer is this. Okay. So this is the way we can simplify by using the formula. Integral x power n dx means what is the formula? X to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Okay. Let us see one concept. Using logarithms. What is the definition of logarithm? If a to the power x equal to n, if a to the power x equal to n, then x is said to be logarithm of n to the base a. This is the definition of logarithm. If a to the power x equal to n, then x is said to be logarithm of n to the base a. Here this base a can be only greater than 0, not equal to 1, isn't it? So n should be always positive real numbers, but x can be any real number. These are the conditions for logarithm. This is called exponential form. Exponential form. This is called logarithmic form. Logarithmic form. So exponential form, if they give, we can write logarithmic form. If they give logarithmic form, we can write it in exponential form. Both ways we can do it. Okay. Now in integration, how do we use this? Once you look at this problem, integral 9 power log x to the base 3 dx. Once you look at this problem, if a power x equal to n, then x is said to be logarithm of n to the base a. In the place of x, suppose a to the power, in this place of x, if you replace this, then what will you get? Log n to the base a is equal to n. This is the most important formula we are going to use. A to the power log n to the base a equal to, this 2 should be same. then we will get remaining value. So like that, if you solve this integral 9, I am writing 3 square, okay, log x to the base 3 dx. So integral 3 power, this I can write 2 log x to the base 3 dx. In logarithms we have m log a to the base x. If you have, we can write it in exponential form, a to the power n to the base x. This m can be taken into the power. So similarly here 3 power 2 we can take here. That means 3 power log x square to the base 3 dx. Now you observe here clearly this 3 same. So I can write x square dx. X square integration is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So x power 2 plus 1 3 by 3 plus c. So therefore integral 9 to the power log x to the base 3 dx equal to x cube by 3 plus c. That is the final answer. Okay. So by using logarithms concept also we can use here. So similarly, if you solve one more problem, e power integral e power log root x to the base e by x dx, right? So this we can write directly. It is in the form of this, you see, observe, e same, right? E same. So you can write directly root x by x. That can be written as 1 by root x. That means x to the power 1 by 2 dx. We can bring it in the numerator, minus 1 by 2 dx. It looks like integral x power n dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. This is the basic formula. So x to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So x to the power 1 upon 2 by 1 upon 2, that means 2 root x plus c, right? 2 root x plus c. Similarly, we can solve one more problem. E power, third one, integral e power 3 log x 4 dx. You must remember one thing here. If there is no base in the given logarithm, that should be taken, consider as e, base e, Napier logarithms we call them, e power log, this will be x cube. If there is no base, what should you take? E, don't forget that, okay, into x to the power 4 dx. If there is no base in the given logarithm, consider it as e. So e same, so I can write x cube directly here. Already x power 4 is there, so x power 7 dx. It looks like integral x power n dx, that is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1, 8 by 8 plus c, right? So x power 8 by 8 plus c. That is the formula. Okay. Now by using this, some more we will see. Look at here. So integral e power minus log cosec x, e power minus log cosec x dx. See this problem? If there is no base, I told you that should be taken as e. So this minus I am taking into the power. So this will be log cosec x power minus 1. I am taking base e. So here e same, right? I can write cosec x power minus 1. So reciprocal of cosec x is what? Sin x. Integral sin x means we know minus cos x plus c, right? Minus cos x plus c. Similarly, if you look at e power minus log of secant x, if you see, same model, e power, this I can write log of secant x whole power minus 1 to the base e dx. So e same, I can write secant x power minus 1 dx. Reciprocal of secant x is cos x dx. Integral cos x means sin x plus c. So formulas you should be able to remember. That's all. Okay. Let me see some more. Here 1 by 2 log of integral e power 1 by 2 log of 1 plus tan square x. 1 by 2 log of 1 plus tan square x dx. Similarly, integral e power 1 by 2 log of 1 plus cot square x dx. So same similar problems. If I say one problem, you should be able to understand and try to do yourself. Okay. So 1 by 2 log of, we have three trigonometric identities. What are the identities we have? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. These are the three identities we have. So 1 plus tan square theta can be written as secant square theta. So in the place of theta x we have. So integral e power 1 by 2 can be transposed there. So e power log of secant square x power 1 by 2. If there is nothing here, what should we take? Base e should be considered. So e same. Here 2 gets cancelled. Then we have secant x dx. What is the integration of secant x? You will get it later, this one, secant x plus tan x plus. I let you know with proof this. Integral secant x dx means log mod secant x plus tan x. Here we will see. Integral e power, this can be written as 1 by 2 log of 1 plus cot square x means I can write cosec square x. Right? So this can be e power 1 by 2 can be taken into the power cosec square x power 1 by 2. If there is nothing base here, we treat it as e. So here e same. So I can write integral cosec x dx. Why? This 2 also gets cancelled. Integral cosecant x means log mod cosecant x minus cot x plus c. That is the formula. Some more we will see, like this model. Okay. 3 power integral 3 power minus log x square to the base 9 dx. Interesting problem. See 3 power. First minus we can transpose there. Log x square whole power minus 1 means x power minus 2. 9 I am writing to the base 9 I am writing 3 square. Okay. Here in the logarithms we have one more facility, that is log x to the power m to the base y to the power n. That means we can write m by n log x to the base y. This power comes to the numerator and base power comes to the denominator. So here power is 2, base power is 2. So integral I can write 3 power log x power minus 1 will be there, so 1 by x to the base 3 dx. 2 gets cancelled. Integral 3 same, I can write 1 by x dx. What is the integration of 1 by x? Log mod x plus, this is the formula. Very interesting problem, you can have it. Okay. So by using logarithms, these are the problems. Next we will go to some example problems. I will solve it and explain. See, here, integral 1 plus sin x by, I will just let you know these problems. Integral 1 plus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x dx. This exercise 8.1 completely depending on basic formulas. So I explained all the basic formulas. Now little extension I am going. 1 plus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x. Next, 1 plus cos x by 1 minus cos 2x dx. Similarly, 1 plus sin square x by 1 plus sin square x by 1 plus cos 2x dx. Next, 1 plus cos square x by 1 minus cos 2x dx. Okay. Next, one minus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x. Okay. So these are all same model problems. 1 minus cos x by 1 minus cos 2x dx. See, same model problems. All these can be solved by using submultiple angles. Cos 2 theta formula. Cos 2 theta has got to 3 formulae. Cos square theta minus sin square theta, 2 cos square theta minus 1, 1 minus 2 sin square theta. By using this, wherever we have 1 plus cos 2 theta, I already told you 2 cos square theta we can write. Wherever we have 1 minus cos 2 theta, I can write 2 sin square theta. So all these problems are depending on only these two concepts, right? So if you observe it, it is easy. Look at once. First one solution, integral 1 plus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x dx equal to 1 plus sin x by, what can we write? 1 plus cos 2x means I can write 2 cos square x dx, right? So this I can write 1 by 2 cos square x dx plus integral sin x by cos square x dx. We can split that way. What is 1 by cos square? Right, secant square. 1 by 2, keep it outside since it is constant. So we can write secant square x dx plus integral. This how do we get? How do you get that? For this also 1 by 2 will be there, right? So in sin by cos means tan x, 1 by cos means secant x dx. Now write the formula for that. We can write the formula, right? What is the integration of secant square x? Tan x, half I am taking common, plus secant x tan x integration is secant x plus. So therefore integral 1 plus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x dx equal to 1 by 2 of tan x plus secant x plus. This is the basic formula. Okay? So all these are same concept. I'll just explain, you see it. You try yourself also, no problem. So integral, second one, integral 1 plus cos x by 1 minus cos 2x. This 1 plus cos x by 1 minus cos 2 theta means I can write 2 sin square x dx, right? So integral 1 by 2 sin square x dx plus 1 by 2 integral cos x by sin square x dx. So 1 by 2 integral 1 by sin square means we can write cosec square x dx. 1 by 2 integral cos by sin means cot x. 1 by sin means cosecant x dx. Now we know the formulas for cosecant square x minus cot x, and cosecant x cot x means minus cosecant x. 1 by 2 can be kept outside. So therefore integral 1 plus cos x by 1 minus cos 2x dx equal to half of minus cot x minus cosecant x plus. That is the final answer, right? Now third one, can you try? Third one, can you try? Same problem. Third one. Third one, integral 1 plus sin square x by 1 plus cos 2x dx. So integral 1 plus sin square x by, in the place of 1 plus cos 2 theta we can write 2 cos square x dx. Now integral 1 by 2 cos square x dx plus integral sin square x by 2 cos square x dx. We can write like that. So 1 by 2 keep it out. Integral 1 by cos square means secant square x dx plus 1 by 2 keep it out. Sin square by cos square means I can write tan square x. But do you have tan square x integration directly? No. Here you must remember one thing. There you have to change tan square x as secant square x minus 1 dx by using second identity of trigonometry. So integral secant square x is tan x minus x is minus 1 is x. So I can write here integration directly. So 1 by 2 keep it out. 1 by 2 secant square x integration tan x. Integral tan square x is tan x minus x plus c. So 1 by 2 of 2 tan x minus x plus c. Therefore integral 1 plus sin square x by 1 plus cos 2x dx equal to half of 2 tan x minus x plus c. This is the answer, right? So, right, that is the answer. Okay. Now third is over. Fourth we will see. Same model. Fourth concept, integral 1 plus cos square x upon 1 minus cos 2x dx. So in the place of 1 minus cos 2x, what can we write? 2 sin square x dx. Now split it. Integral 1 by 2 sin square x dx plus integral cos square x by 2 sin square x dx. Okay. So 1 by 2 integral 1 by sin square is cosec square x. 1 by 2 integral cos square by sin square is cot square x dx. So as I told you, as tan square x has no direct integration, cot square x also we have no integration, that can be written as cosec square x minus 1 dx. Integral cosecant square x is minus cot x minus x plus c. So half of minus cot x, cot square x is minus cot x minus x plus c. So we can write minus 2 cot x minus x plus c. So therefore integral 1 plus cos square x upon 1 minus cos 2x dx equal to half of minus 2 cot x minus x plus c. That is the final answer, right? So we can write fifth one. So fifth one we can do it. Integral 1 minus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x dx. So integral 1 minus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x is nothing but 2 cos square x dx. So integral 1 by 2 cos square x dx minus integral sin x by 2 cos square x dx. So 1 by 2 integral 1 by cos square means secant square x dx. 1 by 2 sin by cos is tan x, 1 by cos is secant x dx. So 1 by 2 of secant square x integration is tan x and secant x tan x integration is secant x plus. Therefore integral 1 minus sin x by 1 plus cos 2x dx equal to half of tan x minus secant x plus. Okay. So last one, sixth one also same concept. By using multiple and submultiple angles we can do it easily. See 1 minus cos x by integral 1 minus cos x by 1 minus cos 2x dx. Integral 1 minus cos x by 1 minus cos 2 theta, I told you 2 sin square x dx. So integration of 1 by 2 sin square x dx minus integral cos x by 2 sin square x dx. So 1 by 2 integral cosec square x dx minus 1 by 2 integral cos by sin is 1 by cos by sin is cot x, 1 by sin is cosecant x dx. So half of cosecant square x integration is minus cot x and cosecant x cot x is minus cosecant x. Already minus is there, plus will come. Therefore, integral 1 minus cos x by 1 minus cos 2x dx equal to half of minus cot x plus cosecant x plus. That is the end of last one. Okay. So hope it is clear. So with this exercise 8.1 concept is over. In the next class we shall continue with the concept video 2, that is exercise 8.2. Thank you.